What? Hey, Alex has started making noise. What is it? Tell me. Oh, please don't stop. You know how these kittens don't make any noise because, you know, they were older when I got them? Alex has started, when I come in, he'll like make these cute little noises, but now he's eating. Hello. Good morning, ma'am. Yeah. So it's a little bit earlier today because we have lots and lots to do to get ready. Yeah, for our new homes. Yeah, we do. Yeah, can you make your noise at me? Are you gonna make your noise at me? Make your noise. No? No, I'm just gonna follow your hand. Oh, you're so precious. Someone's purring. I can't tell which one of them it is, though. Hi, make your noise. Oh, that's a big yawn. Yeah. Yes, hello. Oh, it's Mom, I think, purring. She's behind me, but she's eating. I don't know. Okay, well, today is the day that Aurora and Anna go to their new home, and Alex is going to his new home. I'm going to try to, they told me that Alex is also going with another kitten that's there. So I'm going to try to get a little bit of film or at least a picture of the other kitten he's going with when I take everybody today, just so, you know, we'll have an idea. So I really hope I can get that because, you know, the shelter gave me till today and I couldn't find Zoe Lyla, a home together. You know, it was such a short amount of time. But at least he's going to go with another kitten. That was nice. I mean, it actually lucked out because they don't have the rule like I do about pairs. But we did luck out on that. Yeah. Look at this super cuteness going on. Oh, well, don't stop. They were playing. Oh, okay. You want belly rubs? Yeah. You want belly rubs? Oh, you want a belly rub? Yeah. And then Mama actually is not going to her new home today because she is going to be spayed on Monday. So she's actually going back to the shelter, but it's just for like 2 days. And Mom, I think, will be okay. What they're gonna do, they told me what they'll do with her is they have like a cat room now that she's not nursing. They have a cat room where like the cats can kind of roam, but they don't let the nursing moms or the kittens in it. But now that Mom's not nursing anymore, they're gonna try her in that. So I don't know. I mean, you know, but then she will get spayed on Monday, and her family will pick her up from there. On to what is going to be the controversial but exciting news. The shelter has given me permission to take Zoe with me, which cracks me up because when this thing first started, they were like really, I don't know, I would say strict, but you could tell like some of my thoughts and ideas kind of like freaked them out. I think they thought I was just like a lunatic, which, you know, I mean, kind of am a lunatic, but I'm not like a dangerous one. So anyway, and now they're just like, okay, that's fine. So Zoe is, oh, hold on. I am going to pick up Zoe when, from the vet when I take the babies. And then Zoe and I will, now I'm not leaving until Sunday. So Zoe will have tonight and tomorrow before we leave on the road trip. But you know what? I think it's going to be good. We're going to be driving. another relative is going with me. So, you know, somebody will be there not driving and somebody will be driving, you know, the whole time. So I think it'll be great. It'll be fun. It'll be better in a cage. If Zoe had a family to go to, I would be ecstatic. You know, I would much rather her do that. But I don't have one yet. So where are you going? In the camera. Hi everybody. I have tried to film this part of the video several times and I either get too emotional or I talk for 34 minutes or something happens. And I'm filming this the day it's going up, so this is it. This is my last chance. I wanted to explain what happened after we left here. Now, I call it miraculous. That may be being a little over the top, but you have to understand, this was the hardest, by far, group of fosters I ever had. It was a combination of the time crunch. I was sick, they were sick for so long, you know, there was just, you know, I was working with someone else's rules that I'm not used to, and it was so short, it didn't last long enough, and it was, honestly, it was terrible. Even going back and editing it, I just think, oh my goodness. But the very last day, so we're set up, I have Zoe's bag packed. I have everything ready. So I leave here and go pick up Lyla from the vet. She is looking great. I get her out and I hold her. And then we go to the shelter.
And I have 3 carriers. I have Lyla in one carrier, I have Alex and Alice in one carrier, and I have Aurora and Anna in another. And I take Lyla back to the back office. It's really quiet in there. She was still really drowsy from her surgery. And then I take Alice and Alex and Anna and Aurora into what they have called the meet room, where you can meet the animals. The lady that wanted to adopt Alex was there, and she had 2 other kittens out, Peanut and Olive, already in the meat room. And our plan was to put the 3 together and see how they do. She only wanted 2. I tried to actually talk her into taking all 3, but she was set on 2. What she wanted was to see which one played better with Alex, and by far it was Olive. Olive and Alex, when they got together, really did. I mean, like, you saw Alex. Alex, I think, would love anything. They would not let me film in the meat room. However, I did sneak a picture. It's not a very good picture, but I did sneak a picture right before they left, which I will put in here. Alex went home with the lady, and the lady has a daughter who is 9. She did not look 9 to me, but she's 9, and she's in the picture. She's the one that's going to be holding Olive and Alex. I gave her my phone number, and I have texted her since then, and she says they're doing great, but she's not sent me any pictures or videos, so I only have the 1 picture of Alex. But Alex was such an easygoing personality, and he really did play really well with Olive, so I think they'll just be great. But I did find that one the most disappointing, because I did want Lyla and Alex to go together, or, I would have rather have picked Alex's parents. But you have to remember, I am going by shelter's rules, and I'm trying to change the way this shelter works, and I cannot do that by being a diva. So then Aurora and Anna's mama came. Now I'd already met this family, so I already knew her. So she came in, and she got Anna and Aurora, and she has actually kind of changed their names. The shelter had Anna listed as Hannah, and that's what she kept. And then Aurora she kept, but they call her Rory. So it is now Hannah and Rory, and I have bunches of clips of them. Now, some people are not going to be happy. They do have small children, but she has had cats and kittens her whole life, and we had a big discussion about the children handling them, and the children are not allowed around them at the moment, unsupervised. The kittens aren't actually even allowed to roam the entire house. They have like a little area, a wing kind of thing, that they stay in, that has the mom and dad's room in it, an office, and another little nook. Now on to the miracle part. Now to let you know what's happening at this shelter, it is Friday afternoon. They are running free adoptions on all black animals. So because black animals don't get adopted out as well, so every now and then they do a fee waive or free adoptions on them. And I did not realize that was happening. And the place there were people everywhere. Immediately after Anna and Aurora leave, something happens to me when I go in any shelter. I immediately become a salesperson. You know, that person that, like, if you go into a shopping center and somebody comes up, can I help you? What do you need? What are you looking for? That's me. The minute I walk into a shelter, I am a kitten cat saleswoman. And so I'm mingling, and I'm trying, I'm finding out what these people need and what they want, and I'm pulling out cats and I'm pulling out kittens, and I do it every time. I never even ask permission. Nobody's yelled at me yet, so I am just there trying to, adopt out cats and kittens, and I'm taking information and asking questions, and a lady comes up to me, and she's the sweetest lady. I mean, I know that now, but anyway, a lady comes up to me, and she's like, "Are you the foster mom that made the video?" And I said yes, and she was like, "I love that video." And several people had come up, so I was like, "Oh, thank you, anything we can do to adopt them out." And she said, "I just loved that Zoe." Now remember, Zoe is Lyla. "I just love that Zoe," she said, "but I just couldn't deal with a kitten, and she's talking about Alex, and we get to talking, and I'm asking her, why she's there, and she said, "Well, I'm looking for a cat for my cat. She has a 4-year-old cat named Khaleesi at home, and a little dog like my Chica named Jitterbug. And they used to have a little hound dog. It's just like a little miniature looking hound dog. I don't remember what it's called, but he died. And the cat Khaleesi was best friends with the dog." And she said, "Khaleesi is just so sad." And I thought, well, I'll come up and get another cat, so hopefully she'll have, another playmate. And she said, and I loved Lyla. She said Lyla was probably the perfect age because she's not a tiny kitten, but, she's not old and set in her ways to where she can't get along with a new cat. She said, I'm so sorry, that I couldn't get them both in pairs. Because at this point, no one realizes that Zoe and Alex didn't go together, except Alex's mom. And I was just like, oh, I said, well, to tell you the truth, Zoe and Alex didn't get adopted together. Zoe's going to go with me to my trip. And then when she gets back, I'm going to try to find a home. Would you like me, to keep you in mind? And she's like, oh yes, please. She was like, I love her. Her little markings are adorable. And in that video, she was so sweet when she was cuddling Alex and all this stuff. And so I get her information, and she walks off. And I'm still being a cat salesman. And about 20 minutes later, she comes up to me. And you have to remember, at this time I have bronchitis. I'm sick. I'm like hacking on people. I mean, I'm not really hacking on people, but I'm sick. And she's like, I know that you're wanting to take Zoe on your trip. I didn't say where I was going, but on your trip. She's like, is there any way we can do like a trial run to where while you're there, I can take Zoe home and see how she does with the dog and the cat? So we get to talking, and I give her more information about where I'm going, and she gives me more information. And I really, how you get a feeling about somebody? I mean, she's like this woman, she's such a gentle soul. That's all I can say. And you could tell she thought I was at that. She's like, are you sure you should even be traveling? Which, I was fine. Like, I just sounded awful. And she was just so sweet. So I talked, we went in to the office, and she was looking at Zoe, and this is the part that cinched it for me. I got Zoe out of the carrier. I got Zoe out of the carrier. Remember, Zoe's Lyla. And I was holding her, and I was like petting her, and Zoe was doing great. Like, the carrier does not bother her at all anymore. And she was like, can I hold her? And I said, yes. And I gave Lyla, Zoe, to her, and she started like rubbing on the woman's chin. She took her little head, and she started doing this under the lady's chin. This is the part I always get emotional at. And I mean, I almost lost it right there, because, I was so worried about her, and hold on. I was so worried about her, and I wasn't sure how she was going to do on the trip, and, I didn't want to do anything to her that might set her back. Be that leave her in a cage, be that put her in a car for 8 hours, be that take her to this weird place for a week and then bring her back, and then she goes to a home. My concern was My concern was for her health and safety. And I honestly couldn't figure out which was better. I could not. And, you know, all I could think of was keeping this sweet soul happy. And when I saw her rub on her chin like that, I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's try, you know, while I'm gone, you know. And she said, I'll keep you updated. And it was just a done deal. And Zoe went home with her. And I was like so happy. I was so sad and I was so happy and I was having all these emotions. And then she sent me the first photo, which is here. And I saw that photo and I just thought, oh my gosh, it's not gonna work. You know, so I sent her this big long text and she said, no, don't worry. She's just still really sleepy. You know, just remember she'd been spayed the day before. She was like, she's just really sleepy. I remembered how much she said she liked to drink water. So she climbed up there in the cat box herself and I gave her the bowl of water just so she wouldn't have to climb back down. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Well, I couldn't help it. I worried and worried and worried. And then on my way to Atlanta, she sends me this video. That is Jitterbug and Lyla, Zoe, bonding. And I will say, since then, I have gotten several pictures, which I'll put up. Now, the pictures aren't great because she did have a reaction, they think, to the medication from the spay, and that we think she got itchy. And on one of her eyes, she has like not scratched it, but she's like groomed it so much that she's like missing some of the fur. So it does look kind of like she has an eye infection in two of the pictures, but she doesn't. She's already been to the vet. But she's fine now. But I get updates all the time, so you'll get updates later. But I do, you know, I couldn't have asked for a better ending. I really couldn't have. I just love where she ended up. I love, you know, where Anna and Aurora ended up. And I promise you that Alex is doing great. You know, like I said, I don't have any updates on him, but I do know he loved playing with Olive, and they're the same age. So, you know, they'll grow up together. So it really did, you know, I know some people may not agree, but in my opinion, this was a way better ending than I could have ever hoped for, especially since it was just such a hard and difficult foster to begin with. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit like, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe.